Managing stress is number 4 on my list of daily healthy habits. You can check out the whole list on how I age well at 74 right here. What I'm going to do today is share with you some of the natural ways that I use to manage stress. You know, we live in a world that's very stressful. There's just no way of getting around it. Now, short-term stress can actually be very beneficial and helpful in getting us motivated to get things done. But it's that long-term stress, those financial issues or raising kid issues or work issues that really trigger and cause our bodies to age faster. Unfortunately, those stressful feelings and situations are not just going to simply disappear. Some of them, they're going to be sticking around for a while. And that's where it's really important to have tools to deal with that stress. Making it a priority to manage a lot of that daily stress is something that comes down to some simple and quick solutions. So knowing about them ahead of time can help you in that now moment that you're feeling the stress. So here are some of the things that I go to when I'm feeling that anxious, sort of stressful feeling coming on. In any situation, I try to take a couple minutes to just step away or turn away from whatever it is that I'm doing right precisely then and start taking some deep, slow breaths in through my nose. I like to do out through my mouth. Some people are just in and out through their nose. That's okay, whatever works for you. But I'm talking about not just breathing deeply, but to actually be intentional, like using a 4-6-8 kind of breathing exercise. What that means is count of 4 breathing in, count of 6 holding it, count of 8 slowly letting it out. If you repeat this cycle 3 or more times, it should take you about 2 minutes. And it's going to really help you to refocus your whole body, your mind, and help you to also breathe more deeply on a regular basis. That short, shallow breathing is what leads to, kind of stuff going on in our lives. When I need a little bit more help, I will reach for an essential oil that will help to also calm me down. And I will just simply either put it in a diffuser or in a couple drops into the palm of my hand. And the oil that I usually reach for now is called Adaptive. It's the calming blend. Very appropriate, right? Another thing that I have found that has been very helpful, and it's almost to the point that I'm going like, oh, I need to make this a regular afternoon routine, just like a daily habit. But if not, use it for times that you need to just take a little bit of a break. And that is drinking herbal tea. If you've never tried herbal tea, this might be the time to really seriously consider it. There's a lot to choose from, and some of them are going to give you a little bit more of that calming benefit than others. But pick something you like so that you'll enjoy it. Just the act of drinking warm tea can be very soothing and relaxing. And it'll just give you a boost. Plus, if you listen to my healthy eating habits, it's going to count towards your water consumption for the day too. Some good teas to try would be lemon balm, peppermint, chamomile, or passion flower. You can also incorporate essential oils into your tea. You might want to put a drop of Roman chamomile, just one drop. No more is needed. Or maybe it's going to be lavender. Another good oil is Melissa. They all have very calming and soothing properties to them for your body and your mind. And like I said in the last video when I was talking about sleep, you want to make sure that your bottle of essential oil has a supplemental facts on it, because not all essential oils are made to be taken internally. Another thing to do is just to take a break and get outside and get in some fresh air. Although I have to admit, it's a lot easier to do that when the weather's nice. But even when it's not ideal, it's a good idea to at least step outside and practice some of that breathing I was mentioning before. And maybe walk around just a little to get your body moving. It's going to help release the endorphins that I talked about in the video on daily movement. When you're reconnecting with the outside world and nature, you actually help your body and your mind to refocus and to feel better. If you can't get outside in that particular moment that you have, try the breathing, and like I said, use the adaptive oil. It has a lot of grounding components to it, and it's going to help those emotions also be grounded. You can diffuse it or put it directly into the palm of your hands, like I mentioned before, and breathe it in through your nose and then exhale. If I find that I'm dealing with some issues that are going to take some time to resolve, they're stretched out over a period of days, weeks, months even, then what I'll do is I will reach for adaptive capsules. And this is a combination of how some of the adaptive oils, but it has a lot of herbal, natural botanical compounds to it that are very soothing. What I do is I will take one in the morning and then one again in the evening. This helps me to get through my day, to be better focused, and it also includes in that botanical makeup GABA, which helps your brain to calm down. So it's good for having that focus during the day, but also calming and getting more better rest at night. Another thing you can do is give yourself a gentle hand massage. According to a study in 2008 that was published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine, just a 5-minute hand massage can actually lower stress. If you can't find someone to give it to you, like I said, you can give it to yourself. It's just the simple massaging. I like to use an essential oil like Yang Yang or AromaTouch blend, along with some fractionated coconut oil. And what it's going to do is to help reduce the stressful effects of the day. If you want to learn more about how to do it, then just contact me in the link below and say you want to know about the hand massage, and I will send you some information. Now, those were tips for immediate kind of relief, here and now. But there are a few daily healthy habits that you can incorporate into your lifestyle that will actually help to reduce the overall stress and anxiety in your life that you are having. But before I dive into that, I just want to make sure that if you're enjoying the information, to like and subscribe if you feel like you're getting some value here today. Now, some of those daily healthy habits that will help you to reduce your overall stress is, number one, exercise for at least 30 minutes a day, preferably 5 days a week. Exercise is known for bumping up those levels of endorphin production, and it improves your mood, and it helps you move past the regular little daily irritations that come up. I share a lot more of ideas of tips that you can do for daily movement in one of my Healthy Habit Tips movies. Another thing that you can do is to set out a time of 10 minutes of meditation, preferably in the morning to start your day. And if you think of meditation like, oh, I couldn't do 10 minutes of sitting there, well, start out with 2 minutes and work up. Ideally, you want to get past the 12-minute mark. And there are things that you can do like yoga which incorporates meditation and helps you to feel grounded physically and mentally. But you can do things that are just sitting in place as well. They all help to expand your state of awareness, and that will help you in dealing with things before they become like, ah. Like I said, start small if you need to, and there's plenty of things that you can choose from. There's so many different ways and forms of meditation. So try different ones. Another thing to incorporate into your life is having a support team. Even though it can be really difficult to reach out to people when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, sometimes it's necessary to depend upon other people. And it's not like you really need them to help you to do something, but what it does is it removes that feeling of you're having to do everything on your own. Sometimes it can just be helpful to have somebody who's a good person that will just listen to you go over things that you're talking about. Sometimes a hug is all you need. Did you know that it's proven to help reduce stress? Just having a hug on its own, right? There are things like that to do. You're not alone. We all have these situations that come up. The other thing that you can do to really help yourself on a regular basis is to get enough restorative sleep. Dr. David Hill insists that sufficient amounts of rest provide bodies with an opportunity to recover from the day's activity, improve energy levels, and reduce the effects of stress. I share in this video what you can do to get a good night's rest and wake up fully recharged and ready to enjoy the day. So check it out. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment as to what tip you would like to try.